So you hear it everywhere these days, right? AI. It just seems to be buzzing around every IT conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Boardrooms, strategy meetings, tech blogs.
Yeah.
It's constant.
Yeah, and you listening, you're probably swimming in this stuff too. So look, for this deep dive, we want to do something a bit different, not just add more noise.
Right. We're aiming for let's say, a grounded perspective. We want to understand what AI really means for IT right now.
Exactly. And we're leaning on some serious experience here. We're looking at insights from Balaji.T. He's head of Agile, DevOps, and Enterprise AI CoE. We're talking, what, 25 plus years in IT?
Yep, over 25 years. So it's a view shaped by actually doing this stuff, navigating the real complexities.
So our mission today really is to, cut through the hype. There's so much buzz around generative AI, the stuff creating code or text and agentic AI, the more autonomous systems.
We want to see where they genuinely fit.
Hmm.
And Balaji's core idea, which we'll really dig into, is pretty clear.
What's that?
That AI is a supplement. A powerful one, yes, but it supplements IT pros. It doesn't just replace them.
Okay, supplement, not substitute. And that's coming from his hands-on experience leading Agile, leading DevOps, dealing with enterprise AI.
Precisely. And he's written about this too, so we're drawing from his direct experience and his recent article on it.
All right, let's get into it then. Where do we start?
Well, I think we have to start with the big fear, the elephant in the room, right? Balaji addresses this directly.
You mean the idea that AI is coming for everyone's jobs? Developers, POs, BAs?
Exactly that. It's a huge worry. You hear it all the time, people wondering, is my role next?
It's definitely a real anxiety, will I be automated away? Makes sense people feel that. But Balaji's take, based on his experience, it seems, well, more nuanced.
It is. He focuses on what AI actually can and maybe more importantly cannot do right now, practically speaking.
Okay, so let's break that down. Like generative AI, it can write code. We see that.
It absolutely can generate code snippets, sometimes quite complex ones. But here's the catch Balaji highlights. It doesn't understand the constraints of legacy systems.
Ah, right. The old complex systems most companies actually run on.
Exactly. So AI might spit out code that looks fine in isolation, but deploy it into that tangled web of legacy architecture. It could cause, well, chaos. You need experienced developers who know that history, who understand the why.
Okay, so it lacks that deep system context. What about something like user stories? Gen AI can write those too, can it?
It can draft them, sure, it can follow the template, hit the keywords, but Balaji's point is it doesn't get the customer's real underlying need, the actual pain point.
Right, that takes empathy. You need to talk to people, understand their frustrations, not just process requirements textually.
Precisely. That deeper conversation, that human insight.
Yeah.
AI isn't there.
And what about agentic AI, the automation side?
Similar story. It can automate workflows, handle repetitive tasks, which is great for efficiency. But Balaji points out some critical gaps, like building trust with stakeholders. You can't automate relationship building. That comes from, consistently delivering, communicating clearly, being reliable over time. An AI agent sending status reports doesn't build that kind of rapport.
Good point. Trust is earned, not automated.
And think about agile transformations. An AI might summarize metrics, show you charts about team velocity or cycle time.
Okay, useful data, perhaps?
Maybe. But it can't mentor a team. It can't understand the human dynamics when a team is stuck, or help them navigate the cultural shifts needed for Agile to really work. That requires coaching, empathy, human leadership.
So given all these, limitations, how should we think about AI's place then, if it's not taking over?
This is where Balaji's co-pilot analogy comes in. I think it's quite powerful.
Co-pilot, how does that work?
Think of the human IT professional as the captain of the aircraft. AI isn't replacing the captain. It's the highly skilled co-pilot sitting alongside them. The AI co-pilot can handle a lot, monitor systems, run diagnostics, process data incredibly fast, even suggest maneuvers or, generate code snippets. It accelerates the work.
But the captain, the human, is still in charge, making the final call, setting the direction.
Exactly. The human brings the judgment, the experience, the ultimate responsibility. The AI assists, enhances, augments, but doesn't command.
I like that. That shifts the focus from replacement to enablement, doesn't it?
It really does. And it naturally leads into why the human captain is still so crucial. Balaji really emphasizes these irreplaceable human skills.
Let's talk about those. What stands out?
Well, first off, contextual judgment. AI runs on data and rules, right? But it often lacks that grasp of the specific situation, the unspoken factors, the nuances.
Can you give an example?
Sure. An AI might flag a system alert because a metric crossed some threshold. But a human engineer, using contextual judgment, knows if it's actually critical right now based on, say, a recent deployment, the time of day, or maybe a known temporary glitch. They interpret. The AI just reports.
Got it. And what else?
Domain expertise. This is huge. We're talking about the wisdom earned over years, maybe decades, recognizing subtle patterns in code or system behavior.
Things you only see after you've seen them break a few times.
Exactly. Balaji specifically calls out recognizing architectural patterns. That's not just data processing, it's accumulated experience. You can't just feed that intuition into an algorithm.
Makes sense. And it goes beyond the purely technical too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Human leadership. Can AI inspire a team? Can it resolve conflicts between team members? Can it foster a sense of shared purpose? No. That takes a human leader.
And understanding the bigger picture, like how different parts of the business connect.
That's another one, cross-functional insight. An AI might optimize one small part, like a user interface element, but a human, say a business analyst, understands how that change might impact the database team or security or marketing downstream. They see the whole system.
That holistic view is hard to replicate.
Very. And then there's empathy. This is critical. Balaji uses a great example. AI analyzes Agile metrics and says, this team is slow.
Okay, data point identified.
But why are they slow? AI doesn't know. A human leader with empathy can sense if there's maybe low morale or hitter blockers or maybe a skills gap. They can understand the feeling of being stuck and help the team through it.
Yeah, you can't algorithmically generate genuine understanding or support.
Exactly. And related to that is strategic alignment. A chatbot can answer FAQs, sure, but can it ensure your multi-million-dollar IT project actually serves the company's 5-year strategic goals? That requires human strategic thinking.
And that trust factor again.
Absolutely. Building trust with stakeholders, as Balaji notes, that takes years of delivering results, of navigating difficult conversations. And AI hasn't put in those years.
Okay, so if AI is the co-pilot and humans bring these unique skills, what does this mean for leaders in IT? Their role seems to be shifting, maybe becoming even more important.
I think so, yes. Their role is definitely evolving. Leaders really need to champion this co-pilot mindset.
Meaning they need to embrace AI themselves.
Yes. Embrace it as a tool, not see it as a threat to their teams or their own position. The whole framing needs to change.
From replacement to augmentation.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Focus on how AI can help people do their jobs better, faster, maybe more effectively. How can it free them up from tedious tasks to focus on those high-value human skills we just talked about?
So it's about actively looking for ways to empower the team with AI.
Right. And that means investing in developing those uniquely human skills. Critical thinking, complex problem solving, systems design, coaching, empathy. Leaders need to consciously nurture these capabilities because that's where the durable human advantage lies.
So less focus on just pure technical skills, perhaps, and more on these meta skills.
I think it's a blend, but yes, an increased emphasis on those skills AI can't easily replicate. And crucially, Balaji emphasizes anchoring every AI discussion in business value. How does this help us serve the customer better? How does it align with our goals? And always reinforcing the essential role of human expertise in achieving that value.
It really brings us back to that core message, doesn't it? That AI, Gen AI, agentic AI, whatever comes next, it's an incredible assistant.
A remarkable assistant, yes.
Yeah.
And I love Balaji's caveat.
Yeah.
Provided you are intelligent.
Right. The tool is only as good as the person wielding it.
Exactly. AI boosts your capabilities, but it doesn't replace your fundamental understanding, your critical thinking, your ability to ask the right questions.
And that feels like a really empowering message for you, the listener.
Absolutely. Your skills, your intuition built over years, your hard-earned wisdom, that's the real differentiator. That's what's truly irreplaceable.
So it's not about being scared of AI taking over.
Not at all. It's about learning to use this powerful new co-pilot effectively.
Yeah.
Lead with it, explore its potential, integrate it into your workflow.
But never forget that your own intelligence, your experience, your judgment, that's the core value you bring. You're the captain.
Well put. So just to kind of wrap up the main thought here, AI is transforming IT, no doubt. It offers amazing potential for efficiency and automation.
But it's a supplement, a co-pilot. It's not replacing the human intelligence, the experience, the empathy, the leadership that are just essential.
Exactly, that fear of mass job replacement. While understandable, it doesn't really match the reality of AI's current limits or the enduring value of human skills.
So the focus shouldn't be fear, it should be understanding, learning how to work with these tools.
Precisely. How do you leverage AI as your assistant? How does it amplify your abilities and let you focus on the stuff only humans can do really well?
Okay, so here's a final thought then, something for you to chew on after this.
Yeah.
Think about your specific role, your unique skills and experiences. How could they genuinely be amplified by an AI co-pilot?
Good question. Like, what specific tasks could be accelerated?
Right. Or what challenges could you tackle differently if you had this powerful assistant? Does thinking of yourself as the captain with AI as your co-pilot actually change how you might approach your work tomorrow?
How do you step into that captaincy role with even more confidence, knowing you have these new tools to support you? It's definitely something to reflect on.